A developing story that will give you more updates. But then, Uasin Gishu County Assembly on Tuesday tabled the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2020. The Legal Affairs Ad hoc Committee is expected to conduct public participation in all the 30 wards in Uasin Gishu and give a report within 30 days. Now, Elvis Kosgei now joins us from Uasin Gishu County Assembly to get an in-depth perspective. Elvis Kosgei, all eyes now on Uasin Gishu County to see the decision that they'll make, whether they will actually pass that bill or rejecting it after holding public participation.
Thank you. The 30 wards in Uasin Gishu and the 6 sub-counties here in the region will determine the fate of BBI in Uasin Gishu County, even as I engaged 3 MCAs, one from Kipkenyo, the whip, and also the leader of majority from Uasin Gishu County Assembly. I understand that yesterday the draft bill of the Constitution Amendment Bill of 2020 was before the County Assembly of Uasin Gishu. What's its stake as we speak right now?
Thank you very much. My name is Hilary Rono, member of County Assembly representing Kipkenyo Ward in Uasin Gishu County. And yesterday, actually, the BBI bill was tabled before the County Assembly. And as we are talking right now, it's the property of the County Assembly. And normally, after every bill is tabled in the County Assembly, it is supposed to go for public participation. And as members of County Assembly of Uasin Gishu, we have given this bill a good number of days that can be discussed by Wananchi, also with us. And we have said the minimum days that can be discussed in the various wards is 30 days. And as members of County Assembly, we don't want to do what other counties did, whereby when this bill arrived in the County Assembly, it was just a matter of hours, and then they passed the bill. We are not going to do that. We want to tell our residents of Uasin Gishu County, as members of Uasin Gishu County as Assembly, you are the ones to direct us. We will abide by what you will tell us, and we know at the end of the 30 days, when the bill shall come to the County Assembly, we should have sensitized our residents very well, and at that time, we will have known if we are going to pass it or disagree with it.
Asante sana. Let's also hear from you.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Patrick Kiptomudontic, chairman to the Delegated Legislation Committee. That this document was committed to our committee yesterday. First and foremost, I want to appreciate the fact that we received the document, and we are going to sit down as a committee and also involve the public as far as the participation is concerned. This is a document that is not going to be handled only by the Assembly, but it's going to be handled again by the public. And we are going to do a public participation at the dates that we are going to set as an Assembly. And then also we get the views from the common Mwananchi. Otherwise, as for now, we are here to decide over the document, because we are going through it slowly by slowly. Okay. Then very soon we are going back to the public. Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's also engage the whip of Uasin Gishu County Assembly. Kisumu County Assembly becomes the second county assembly to pass the draft bill. What of Uasin Gishu?
Oh yeah, what we need to do, Health, is to ensure that we follow the legislative procedures, whereby yesterday we committed to the Committee of Delegated Legislation. They will now come up with tentative dates whereby we'll be conducting public participation as per the Constitution Article 196, our standing order, and the County Government Act, whereby all the processes must be followed. We want to follow those processes first, so that by the time we'll have actually done the public participation, we'll now sit as the Committee of Delegated Legislation will now sit and invite all the members of the whole House for purposes of putting their needs in that document and discussing it. Then we'll bring it to the House. The procedure should be followed. It's not a question of just running up and down, just making sure that you pass it in the House before the required procedure is being followed. What we are actually doing in Uasin Gishu is to ensure that we follow the right procedure for this, for the process to be fair. And that has been ruled by the court that the process should be fair. Mm-hmm. Yes.
We've seen in other regions political leaders whipping their MCAs. Do we have predetermined maybe aspects here in Uasin Gishu?
Currently, we are independent. We are a very independent assembly. Personally, in this assembly, I'm the whip, and I have not had any other member or any other leader from the upper side of the leadership telling us to do what he wants to be done. we are independent and we'll be following the process of law to ensure that we make a good verdict whether to reject or to support the BBI. It's upon the Assembly to discuss.
Okay. Lastly, Brenda, let's hear from the leader of majority.
Thank you very much. Honorable Josephat Lowoy, the leader of majority of Uasin Gishu County Assembly and also the chair of majorities in the country of Kenya. I want to say this as far as BBI is concerned. BBI document has reached the county assemblies. Most county assemblies were on recess, and all of us, including the National Assembly and the Senate, resumed yesterday our first sittings. Now, when we received the document, we tabled the document yesterday to the respective committee, and by law we are given 90 days by the Constitution of Kenya to deliberate on this document and make sure that we determine it according to our standing orders and follow the procedures we usually use during bill procedures. So we don't have any hurry. We are not intimidated by those who are approving or those who are rejecting. We are an independent county. We will do it as following the procedures, following the law. We will reach to our people. We will hear their views. Whatever they'll tell us, that is what we will do. As members of the county assembly, we know that our role is representation and legislation in the same fact. So we are going first to hear from our people. Then, secondly, we'll now come and bring all those views together and decide as they have decided, because we just represent them.
Okay. Lowoy, I spoke to the county speaker 2 weeks ago, and he had indicated that the draft bill is not a priority because we have other pressing issues, including the coronavirus pandemic. What's your say about that?
Thank you very much. That is a national political platform that is not a priority. But now that it is with us as the county assembly, then we have a timeline to work on it. We cannot today wish it away because it is with us, and we have to process it either way. We have to process it to approve or to process it to reject. So it is with us, and the final verdict of the document is that we have to process as a county assembly. So for it having not being a priority in the country, that is a political platform that we will engage outside. But within the county assembly, we have the frameworks, we have the law, and we have the procedure, and we have the standing orders to follow. So we cannot just leave it on the shelves just because it's not a priority. Let our people tell us it's not a priority, then we'll reject it. Let our people tell us that it is a priority or they need it, then we'll approve it. So we have the law and we have to follow it to the letter.
Thank you very much. That is the leader of majority, Josephat Lowoy. Of course, he also spoke to the chief whip of Uasin Gishu County Assembly, and all eyes now are on the 30 wards in the 6 sub-counties here in Uasin Gishu County. Of course, it's a wait-and-see situation in the region. Back to you, studio.
Elvis Kosgei, thank you so much. Always a pleasure hearing from you, bringing us up to date with what is making the headlines in Uasin Gishu County. But then let's stay with the Jubilee.